It's been many months of patiently waiting for a special season to finally be back in front of thousands in the state of Wisconsin. Last night, the 2026 Wisconsin high school football regular season kicked off with multiple games all across the state, and tonight we get the privilege to see one of three teams that were state champions last year play on their home stadium. From Winneconne High School, it's a beautiful 72 degrees before we hope to miss the rain in a few moments as we get set for kickoff here from Winneconne, Wisconsin. In a few moments, we get to see two teams ranked inside the top 15 of the preseason polls clash to begin the year and the first Friday night lights of the regular season. It's a non-conference battle to open the year between the Wrightstown Tigers and the 2025 Division IV state champion Winneconne Wolves. And we welcome you upstairs here from the booth. I'm Miles Detroit. I'm joined by Katie Lecton, who is off scenes producing for us, and you'll see the great stuff on screen from her with the nice scoreboard we have, the camera quality, and all sorts of stuff as we move along the night. As I said in the pregame, hopefully that we miss the rain that's coming towards our direction, but we'll just have to see as the night moves along. But as I said to open, football season finally here. We're finally back in action, and just for me personally, it's just football season, just a great time of the year. You know, school slowly approaching, summer starting to end. You get that fall weather, just the feeling in the air, you know, the different scenery, colors changing, and the best part about it, football's back. High school football starts this week. NFL and college football on the horizon, preseason for the NFL this past week, but so much good stuff happening, and outside of football as well. You know, you have all the fall sports for WIAA athletics starting up. You know, boys soccer, girls golf, and girls tennis have been underway already. So just a lot of good stuff to look forward to. And here we have a great matchup between Wrightstown and Winneconne. So we'll preview those two teams when we get back. It's a good one here for the first Friday night lights of the season. You're listening to or watching Zaleski Sports, powered by Bear Performance Marketing.
I actually described Fox Valley Tech as a home away from home.
It was very comforting that it was a class size of 20 people or less.
Cost is a huge factor. When I look at Fox Valley Technical College, you're not spending that much for a degree.
If I was 30 when I went back to school here, I have had no regrets.
I think the hands-on training really sets us apart.
They will do anything to make sure that you succeed. You are going to get the education that you came for.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Two teams placed in the top 15 in the preseason polls to begin the 2026 Wisconsin high school football season. And tonight from Winneconne High School, it's the Wrightstown Tigers and the Winneconne Wolves. So glad you could join us here on Miles Detroit alongside Katie Lecton, who will be producing and getting all the nice stuff on your screen. If you're watching from home or listening, great to have you along here tonight. Again, hoping the rain will miss us, but Katie was just showing me off air that the big stuff might be coming right here. So we'll just have to see. You know, the radar could change up every minute. We never know. So we'll just have to find out as the night gets along. So let's preview these teams first. For the Wrightstown Tigers, had a solid season last year, finished 7-4 overall, 4-3 in the Northeastern Conference, placing 4th out of 7 teams. And to end their season, the Tigers lost to a Northeastern favorite, the number 2 seeded Freedom Irish, 13-27 in a level 2 WIAA playoff matchup last year. Despite the loss, the Tigers moved the ball really well on offense. I mean, those 13 points, and they look to kind of carry that over to start this season. And in that loss, they were 11 for 20, 101 yards in the air, and had 212 rushing yards. So they'll look to kind of fuel that here and tonight against the defending state champion Winneconne Wolves. The Tigers losing 12, I believe. I have 17 here, but I think they lost 12 seniors and 9 all-conference graduates, including a big one, starting quarterback, defensive linebacker of the year, and first-team unanimous all-conference Daniel Bunton. He's going to be big shoes to fill here for the Tigers as they begin 2026. Bunton, in their loss to Freedom to end the season, was 11 for 20, 101 yards in the air, and on the ground, 21 carries for 126 yards. So just in that game alone, it shows he's a big piece for this Tigers team, and they will miss him here in 2026. But members to kind of fill in the shoes of Bunton and help the Tigers here. They return a handful, but two big ones are number 68 Sawyer Vandehei and number 69 Jackson Irvin. And those two were two all-conference members. Vandehei was first-team defense and also second-team offense in the Northeastern. And for Irvin, he was first-team offense and second-team defense, so vice versa there for the both. So they will be both huge weapons for the Tigers on both sides of the ball here tonight. And I have no doubt we'll hear their name a lot here as we get along through the night. My theme for the Tigers, I think they have to get off to a hot start and work the hardest they can for the full 48 minutes. First full week, both teams, no matter how great of a program you are, no matter how much talent you have on each side of the ball, each phase of the game, you're going to have to work out kinks. There's going to be things that come along. That's just how it is. It's the first week. You haven't played in just under a year, so you're going to have to work through some things. Coaches are going to make adjustments throughout the game that they see from a completely new revamped squad that they're looking at from the sideline. So if they get out to a hot start over these Wolves tonight, they work hard for the fullest they can, full 48 minutes. Obviously, you're not in perfect game shape. It's only week one of the season, so you kind of have to get adjusted here, but whatever they can to scratch out and get a win against this really, really talented Winneconne defending state champions team here tonight. And speaking of the defending state champs, the Winneconne Wolves, 14 straight, undefeated, no better finish to the season last year than Division IV state champions, 14-0, 7-0 and first in the Bay Conference. They defeated Little Chute in the state final 28-22. And let me take you through Winneconne's entire playoff roadmap. They began in level 1 against number 8 Milwaukee North Lifelong Learn, beating them 71-0. They beat number 4 seed Altoona 28-6. Then they beat Freedom, the team who beat Wrightstown in level 2, by a score of 31-15. They beat Baldwin Woodville in the state semi 28-8. Then obviously beating Little Chute in the state final for the state championship 28-22. And here are the Wolves here tonight graduating. See, I had 18 seniors and a big one that I'm going to talk about. Obviously, I'm sure many Winneconne fans, you don't even have to be a Winneconne fan, but many know of the Iowa commit football Division I player, Brody Schaefer. I mean, he's the biggest shoe that you are going to have to replace here in 2026. And obviously you can't reach the talent that he has, but if you are either the starting quarterback kind of up for bait here, Henry Chase, or it's going to be Broderick Stilley getting the start, leading the offense. So if you're him, you kind of just have to string together a few good drives. Obviously you're not going to match the type of talent and physicality you had last year. It's week 1. You have a completely new team. You're going to have to just string together a few good plays, a few good drives, and try to beat a solid Wrightstown Tigers program here today. Helping out either Stilley or the other candidate who possibly could get the start for the quarterback, Henry Chase. Two big returners, number 17, a returning wide receiver, Ryan Quigley, and number 24, returning running back for the Wolves, Mason Matthey. And kind of give you their stats here for Quigley, the wide receiver. He was 34 receptions for 700 yards last season, averaged 20.6 yards a catch, and with 8 touchdowns on the year. So a really nice piece that'll be kind of the wheels on the sidelines for the Wolves here tonight and all season long. And for the running back, Matthey, let's see his stats. He's got 71 carries for 442 yards, averaging 6 yards a carry. So two of those guys that look to help out the offense and try to somewhat match how great of a team you had last year. I mean, there's no doubt you graduate 18 of your best guys last year. There's going to be lots of holes to fill. You just kind of have to work the kinks out here tonight and see if you can string together a really solid win, a few good drives. Defense does their job, and you'll be just fine here against a really good Wrightstown Tigers squad. And for both these teams, they've had a nice few couple of years. Wrightstown 2 years ago went all the way to the state. They were state runners-up 2 years ago. And then obviously last year went to level 2, but still a really solid season they had. And they look to do some of the same here this year. And then for the Wolves 2 years ago, they lost in the state semifinal. And then obviously last year winning the Division IV state championship. No better end to the year for them than winning it all, going 14-0 undefeated. They look for 15 straight here tonight at their home field. A little grass field here tonight, so if we get some rain, we might might have a little mud bowl here for our first high school football game for both these squads. First Friday night lights of the season. So we get set, both teams lining up here. I believe we're going to get either the national anthem or starting lineups first. We'll have to see what the booth does here, but so glad he could join us here on Zaleski Sports. Like I said, just a great feeling when football season around the corner, and we kicked off with a handful of games last night. Zaleski Sports had 5 of its own, and we have 14 today. Yep, Katie nods her head, yep. So 14 today. There are games tomorrow, but Zaleski Sports doesn't have any on their schedule tomorrow. But just a great weekend, and it would be even great if this rain misses us here today and we can just get a clean game here on week 1. So like I said, I believe it's youth night too. You have a ton of youth there to off your camera, but to the left of the screen by where Winneconne's lining up. And I'm going to take off the headsets here and we'll send it to our public address announcer from Winneconne High School.
Featuring the Wrightstown Tigers and your Winneconne Wolves. Wrightstown, Winneconne, and the WIAA require good sportsmanship at education-based sporting events. Attendance at interscholastic activities is a privilege with the expectation to exhibit positive and respectful behavior. For the enjoyment and respect of all in attendance, your cooperation in demonstrating the high ideals of sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated. To honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask those who are able to stand, remove your hats, and place your hand over the heart for the singing of the national anthem, performed tonight by Winneconne senior Paige Werfel.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And now for tonight's starting lineups. We begin with the visiting Tigers defense. Number 0, Grayson Basma. Number 1, Braden Wills. Number 8, Cutter Wilson. Number 17, Alex Van Hoybort. Number 20, Dawson Snuff. Number 21, Case Van Zeeland. Number 22, Lincoln Harmson. Number 27, Logan Kitto. Number 68, Sauer Vandehay. Number 69, Jackson Irvin. And number 74, Isaac Hendricks. Coach Steve Keister and the rest of the Wrightstown Tigers. Tonight, we welcome our Winneconne Gridiron youth football players, both tackle and flag, as well as our middle school football team. As they organize a tunnel for our high school team, let's give players and coaches a big round of applause. In the spirit of team pride and unity, the Wolves choose to be introduced without individual recognition. Ladies and gentlemen, here are your Winneconne Wolves. Your Wolves are coached by Mr. Nathan Ripp and Mr. Ryan Krings. Winneconne High School would like to thank Dan Gary, licensed athletic trainer with Ascension, Wisconsin Sports Medicine, for providing medical coverage at tonight's ball game.
Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. Perfect atmosphere here from Winneconne High School in Winneconne, Wisconsin. A pretty packed house here from Winneconne as they look to watch the defending Division IV state champions from 2025 take on preseason ranked number 14 in Division IV, Wrightstown Tigers, in a perfect staple matchup for the first Friday night lights of the regular season here in 2026. Great you could join us here from Zaleski Sports. I'm Miles Detroy alongside Katie Lecton. We'll have to keep an eye on, I said a few times in the pregame, if the rain is going to come downpour here on this grass field from Winneconne, but what should be an exciting game here tonight. A completely different look team for both of these squads, with the Tigers graduating 12 and the Wolves graduating 18 seniors from last year, 2026 graduates. Coaches have a brand new look of their squad. Tonight we're going to have work through some kinks and get to see what this 2026 season is going to unfold for both these teams here tonight. Like I said, a bunch of games yesterday to begin officially the high school football season. Tonight's first Friday night lights of the year with a handful of games, and we even have some tomorrow for the high school football season. A great weekend for high school athletics. It's going to be Winneconne to kick this thing away. It'll be the all-conference kicker Andrew Dorn to line this thing up. Wrightstown will receive it here to start it from Winneconne High School. And we are just about set with a packed house here below us. Wolves break here from the special teams. All-conference kicker Andrew Dorn, the junior, lines up, takes his footing. And we got a delay here before we start things. Players antsy, they want to get going. And we got our official here. Let's see what he wants. I think Dorn to retake his steps or something, I'm not sure. So hold on before all this intensity. Now Dorn will take his steps back and get set to boot this thing away here to the Tigers offense. Both student sections here to the left, right of the packed house. And folks, football is back. Big boot here for Dorton. It's taken in by the Tigers, and a good start here up the gut. Spinning off bodies up to the about 26-yard line, as that is where the Tigers will take over. Now it was Vanda High on the return. And the Tigers will set up shop, 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. We'll see who gets the quarterback spot here for the Tigers. Potentially could be Caden Scott, but we'll see after they break the huddle who it will be. And he'll go under center. Going to be a handoff on the near side, but met by multiple Wolves defenders off the handoff to number 27, Kiddo. And Duel with the takedown here. Still a gain of 3 no matter on the big hit, and it's a 2nd and 7 here coming up for the Tigers offense. And it's Dockham, Max Dockham. I was trying to catch the number at the quarterback spot. Going to lead the offense here. Week 1, bad snap over the head of Dockham, and he's just going to dive on it for a big loss. And a crucial error to start it for a huge loss behind the initial line of scrimmage. We got a flag, though. An illegal shift on the Tigers. The Wolves will decline it, so nevertheless a big loss here. And I did see on the far sideline they were waving the chain gain there for him to come back, but a big loss. Looks to be over 10 yards of about 11 or 12 from the original line of scrimmage. So the Tigers have some work to do. A 3rd and 22 here, just over a minute into this first quarter. Dockham from the gun on the 3rd down, gets the snap. Drops back, is going to go long for a near side receiver. Bosma makes a grab on the near side for the first down. No matter the big loss, the Tigers make up for it and are up to the 45. It's 1st and 10 Tigers. Bosma last year, 285 yards in the air, making a huge play on the opening drive for the Tigers. And it's 1st and 10 here from the 44-yard line for the Tigers. And a great pass from Dockham, too. Taking his time, lining one up for his receiver, Bosma. And here he is from the gun. He's going to hand it off to his man, Kiddo. A solid run and a gain of about 6. Solid run for Kiddo, a second one of the game. It looks like we're going to have a 2nd and 4 coming up right at midfield. Right below the Winneconne Wolf logo. There at the center of your screen. Wolves break. They got a 2nd and 4 here right at midfield with 9:40 to go here in the first quarter. Dockham going to go under center. 3 backs behind him. Gets the snap, hands it off to number 7, Lasecki. For a little gain on the play, just short of the first down. He's going to be a yard short, gain of 3. So Lasecki's first carry on the opening drive. Goes for 3, and it's a big 3rd and 1 here from the 47. See what the Wolves defense can do after giving up that big pass play to Bosma. And it's Dockham under center with 1 back behind him. Gets the snap. He hands it off to Kiddo. Looking for the first down, but a shoelace tackle right at the line of scrimmage for a no gain. And it's a big stop for the Wolves defense. And it's a 4th and 1.
Drops for no gain by Ryan Quigley. Brings up a 4th and 1.
So big 4th and 1, our first 4th down of the contest here tonight. Tigers offense breaks. They're back at the original line of scrimmage on that 3rd down play. Another 3 backs behind Dockham. Gets a snap, a bad snap, loose ball. Who's got it? And Winneconne's got it. A 4th down stand for the defending state champion defense. And they will take over here in the turnover by the Tigers. And the Wolves will set up shop at the 47. 2 snapping errors for this Tigers offense that just can't happen when you have that big passing play to Bosma. You're stringing together a solid first drive, and it's what we talked about, how Dockham's going to have to put together some nice drives for the Tigers offense, but they give it up, and now we will see the Wolves in action. It's a handoff there on the far side and tripped up for a loss of 1. Great stand for the Tigers defense. And leading the Wolves, that's Henry Chase. I was talking to head coach Ryan Krings, and he said he was going with Chase in this one to start. There he hands it off to one of his backs and goes for a loss of 1, and it's a 2nd and 11 coming up. 7:45 to go here in the first. 3 backs also behind Chase. He gives it to number 7, Lenz. Looking for some room, and again tripped up in the backfield. Is he down? No whistle yet. He's still going on the near side. A jersey tug, and he's down inside the 40. And what a play from Lenz. Didn't hear a whistle and just kept chugging along. And he picks up about 13 on the play, moves the chains for the Wolves, and it's 1st and 10 at the 40. Drew Lenz just 5 carries for 42 yards there. He gets about 13 on the play. And Winneconne's looking at their first down of the contest. Chase from the gun. Oh, we got a false start on the Wolves. Camden Plotz, a little antsy here on the near side. The junior receiver. No stats from last year, making his first season appearance here today. 5-yard penalty, drops it back to the 45. And we got a 1st and 15. So a few mistakes, like I said in the pregame, that both these teams are going to have to work through. Snap. Looking far side, and it's intercepted on the far side. Bosmo looking to go all the way, and he will score. Touchdown, Wrightstown Tigers. Well, the Wolves make a defensive stand on 4th and 1 to get the ball back. But then the quarterback, Henry Chase, throws a pick 6 to Grayson Bosma. And the Tigers strike first against the defending state champs. "55-yard pick 6 for the junior Bosma, who also had that big passing play on their first drive. Making his case known to start this one here today. It's going to be a direct snap to Kiddo, who inches his way in for a successful 2-point conversion. And it's Wrightstown 8, Winneconne 0. A pick 6 goes for 55 yards for Bosmo, and the Tigers lead 8-0 here on the Fox Valley Technical College scoreboard. We'll step aside, take a break, and get you back. You are listening to or watching Zaleski Sports, powered by Bear Performance Marketing.
Need a game plan that delivers marketing victories? Bear Performance Marketing is your full-service partner for strategic success, offering comprehensive solutions that include brand development, social media marketing, branded products, and digital marketing. The goal is to streamline every aspect of marketing while maximizing results. With a focus on clear, transparent communication and a driven team ready to hustle, Bear Performance Marketing is your partner for marketing that outperforms the competition. Learn more at bearpm.com.
For the best in keeping your home cool and comfortable, look to Rife Heating and Air Conditioning in Winneconne. Repair, replacement systems, new installs, and more. Let Rife Heating and Air Conditioning keep your home or business feeling just right. Go Winneconne Wolves from Rife Heating and AC. Got some family ties with head coach Nathan Rife of the Winneconne Wolves, with his co-head coach Ryan Krings, as his defense gives up a pick 6 to Grayson Bosma. And that is how the Tigers lead 8-0 before we went to break there for 55 yards to get the Tigers on the board. And the junior showing out here early for the Tigers. Be Bessel to squib kick up the middle here for the Tigers. Lands at about the 10-yard line. Taken in by one of the Wolves over there on the far side. Inching his way up to the 30-yard line. A solid return there. That'll go for 20 yards. And that is where the Wolves will set up shop. Henry Chase looking to recover after giving up that pick 6. Again, we'll have to keep an eye. If Chase kind of struggles here, we always have Broderick Stilley waiting his turn to get that quarterback spot. He was one of the backups last year for the state championship team. And here they are, 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line, 6.5 to go here in the first quarter. Snapping a handoff up the gut, just a few yards on the play. Gain of 1, and it'll be a second and 8 possibly. Yep, 2nd and 8, gain of 2. Bulls just going to try to kind of gain some momentum back after giving up that pick 6 that got this Tigers fan base on their feet. Here's Chase from the gun, gets the snap. Hands off to his man, number 24, Matthey. with a solid run up the gut. For a gain of ball, looks like 5 yards. Will likely be a 3rd and 3. 5.5 to go here in the first quarter. Another big 3rd down here in this one tonight. Wolves line up. Chase well in the gun. 3 backs to his left, gets the snap. Hands it to his back, and a good stand again for the Tigers defense. Just a gain of 1. And it was Matthew once again on the carry. They've been using him for this drive. We've got a 4th and 2 here. Three plays for 8 yards here for this Wolves offense. So they try to get the first down. A 4th and 2. Chase. They're going to punt this thing away. Apologies. Looked like it was lining up. Special teams play. It's blocked. And it's going to let it roll. And at the 46-yard line is where the Tigers will take over a special teams and a defensive play here in this one tonight. The Tigers are here to take down the defending state champs. And it looked like at first they were going to go for it, but then he dropped back and punted that thing away. But they basically get it right where they punted it at the Wolves' 46. So we'll see what the Tigers' offense can do, as it was their defense getting them the 8 points back a few minutes ago. Here's the snap, handed off to Kiddo here on the near side, pushing the defenders in front of him, and gets down to the 40-yard line. Gain of 6, and it's 2nd and 4. Kiddo's been used often so far here tonight. Again, Bosma with that 55-yard pick 6 on the Wolves' opening drive. Now their offense with a 2nd and 4 here right at the 40. Dockham, this time from the gun. 1 back behind him, gets the snap, hands it off. 2, that's Lenz up the gut, and nice run here on the near side. And Kacher trying to get the ball from him when he was down, but a really solid run for a first down, and the Tigers offense on the prowl. Again, I haven't seen much of this Tigers offense as the defense put up their only points so far. So we're 3.5 left here in this first quarter. So ball spotted at the 32-yard line. Dockham once again from the gun. Snap, hands it up the gut. This time it's Kiddo once again. It's been a lot of Kiddo and Lasecki, excuse me, that was number 7. Lenz number 7 for the Wolves, apologies. Lasecki and Kiddo, both for the Tigers, getting the ball on the ground. Just a gain of 1 there for Kiddo. And it's a 2nd and 9 here with 3 minutes to play in the first quarter, with the Tigers leading the Wolves 8-0 on the Fox Valley Technical College scoreboard. Wolves break. Kiddo going to the near side this time. Dockham in the gun. Dockham snap. And it to number 7, Lasecki. Nice run on the near side. Does he have enough for the first? I think they're going to mark him a yard short. So after a 2nd and 9, a gain of 8 brings up 3rd and 1, just short of the first down marker. And they are going to move the chains now. Far side official moving them, so it is a first down. And now ball will be spotted at the Wolves' 22-yard line. And the Wolves fans came here, must have been in a party bus, because a student section, plenty of fans here filling up the bleachers from Winneconne High School. And they got to their feet after that 55-yard pick 6 from Grayson Bosma. Do we have a timeout here from us? think we have some clarification going on from the officials. Oh, we're going to have lightning. We have the Wolves jogging off here and must have saw some lightning in the distance. I saw some to my left to begin the quarter. Now the official's going to tell the teams to jog off here, and we are going to be in a delay. Fans are going to make their way out of here.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? We will be in a lightning delay. We ask that you please evacuate the metal bleachers at this time. Please evacuate the metal bleachers at this time. Please be careful as you are going down the bleachers.
So public service announcement from our public address announcer here from Winneconne. Fans are going to clear, players are going to clear. We'll stay on, Katie? Okay, so we will gather our thoughts here, head to commercial as fans and players start to go out here as we are in a lightning delay from Winneconne High School. You're listening to or watching Zaleski Sports, powered by Bear Performance Marketing.
However and wherever you want to travel the world, Travel Leaders Discovery can help you get there. Beach vacations, family trips, cruises, romantic getaways, Disney vacations, U.S. travel and business travel. Travel Leaders Discovery, proudly helping families, couples, and businesses explore the world through all-inclusive trips of all kinds. Call them today in Green Bay, Appleton, and Sheboygan to create your memories for a lifetime.
Beer battered cheese curds now at Nasonville Dairy. Get them before they're gone in Marshfield at Weber's Farm Store, Curtis, and at the Nasonville Worldwide Headquarters on Highway 10 just west of Marshfield. Master cheesemaker Ken Hyman, tell us more about beer battered curds.
We've been acknowledged as having some of the best curd in the nation and in the world. We actually finished first in the world last year, world competition. So here we are, and we always compete well with other people. So now it's the idea of making a beer batter that could be the best in the world.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
In 1967, Winneconne declared itself a sovereign state. Today, it's declaring something even better. Fresh, baked pizza.
My name is Jordan Dunham. I am owner-operator of Sovereign State Tap House. A good atmosphere, family-friendly place, a place for friends to come, interact, and provide people with really good food.
Find us at SovereignStateTapHouse.com and on Facebook.
The quality materials that was used when the house was built were below builder grade. I wanted to do something a little exciting, add a little bit of color, a little bit of texture. The Infinity team took time to get to know us. He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw my design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. Just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
All from Winneconne High School, we are currently in a lightning delay, a severe weather storm alert here from the Weather Channel. And as players, coaches, officials, and fans all make their way out of the venue here from Winneconne. And Katie told me we're in this severe weather storm alert until 8:30 p.m. Do you have a source that you? National Weather Service, yeah, okay. So the real stuff for fans watching back home, so I suppose we're just going to have to wait this thing out. I've had one weather delay in my broadcasting career. This will be the second, and it was a girls lacrosse game at Bayport High School. And I had to talk for about, I'd say 45 minutes with a three-person crew, me and two others. But yeah, I guess we'll just talk about what's been happening with the game, some other things, football and whatnot. But I guess we're just going to have to wait for an announcement to see, if we're going to continue on with this game. But we saw before the delay happened and the officials cleared everyone out, they were kind of discussing some things, and there was no official timeout. The officials came together, and I even heard someone in the fans or the bleachers here say, I think they're stopping because of talking about the weather. So here we are with 2:29 left in that first quarter. It was the Wrightstown Tigers leading the Winneconne Wolves 8-0. Their points came off the 55-yard pick six from number 0, the junior Grayson Bosma, 6-foot, 190-pound junior. Again, on that opening drive to start the game for the Tigers, he had that big passing play from Max Dockham, the junior quarterback, who gets the start for the Tigers tonight. And then he went and got that 55-yard pick six to get the Tigers on the board. The defense made a big play, and the special teams made a big play as well. A blocked punt for the special teams pretty much set them up right at the original line of scrimmage where the Wolves punted it. And so 2 phases of the ball have made plays, and now we're looking for the third, and that is where the weather delay caught us. The Tigers' offense was on the hunt, and we now sit in a weather delay. For the Wolves, just a few errors, and they gave up that one turnover, the pick six. Their defense made a stand. They recovered a fumble on the Tigers' opening drive, but then threw away that takeaway with a pick six, giving up 8. And now their defense looks to hold after they punted it on their second drive. So now we kind of just wait things out here. We're all safe, Katie and I, up here in the press box, away from the metal bleachers and outside. But boy, Katie, it's going to be a lot of talking if this is still 8:30. 7:30 right now. But what's okay? Sounds good. So maybe we'll talk for a little more yet, and then we will kind of just go on mute here, and I'll wait this thing out. So go watch the other games if they're not getting rained on Zaleski Sports. We have 13 others besides this one. But again, kind of gave you the recap there. But let's see. I'll preview before we go on mute. I'll kind of just talk about both these teams' seasons here in 2026. So for Wrightstown, their schedule looks as the following. They get Winneconne tonight, Lodi in Week 2, Little Shootin' in Week 3, the Division 4 runner-ups who lost to Winneconne in the state final. They play Xavier, Luxembourg, Casco, Sheboygan Falls, Freedom, Denmark, and Kohler, Sheboygan Lutheran Christian. And that is their schedule. And it's a tough Northeastern Conference. There's not one bad team in that conference for this Tigers team to play all season long. And for non-conference, they don't get anything easy here tonight. They have the Division 4 state champion Winneconne Wolves. And for them, they get Wrightstown tonight, obviously. Amro in Week 2, Shawano Week 3, Fox Valley Lutheran Week 4, Wapaka Week 5, Xavier Week 6, Seymour Week 7, Sheboygan Falls Week 8, and New London in Week 9. And obviously Winneconne in the Bay, no easy conference at all either. So a tough schedule for both these squads and a great non-conference match that we hope will get picked back up. But for now, we are just going to kind of mute ourselves here. Go follow the other 13 Zaleski Sports broadcasts of Wisconsin high school football, hopefully not getting rained on. But for here is signing off, Miles Detroit. We are in a lightning delay from Winneconne High School. You've been listening to and watching Zaleski Sports, powered by Bear Performance Marketing. I'm going to watch the Q one.